Hello beautiful people and welcome to today's video. I'm going to be talking about two things. The main part of this video is going to be the eyeshadow in the palette that made me buy it. It's kind of silly to buy an eyeshadow palette just for one color, but sometimes there's one or two eyeshadows in the palette that you're like, I got my eye on you. So this is what this video is what that's going to be about. I have about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I have 11 palettes here that I was just randomly going through when I was like, yep, that color, yep, that color. So I have that here. But first I'm going to start with a little mini haul that I did. Sephora is having their Sephorathon, and they have this week, or it's over today, December 9th, yesterday. Their dollar savings event when you save on your purchase of $75 or more. So Rouge gets $25 off. So I thought that was a good time to go ahead and repurchase my moisturizer that I'm starting to run out on. So I got that. Came in the mail today. It's the Youth Fresh Lotus Youth Preserve Moisturizer. Brand new container here. And I also needed to spend $12 more to get to the $75 mark. So I was gonna buy the Kopari lip glossy, whatever moisturizer thingy. I don't really, what is it called? This is gonna be like a spoiler. Kopari lip glossy. So I wanted to buy that. It was on sale. So I placed everything in my cart in the morning, and then I got sidetracked with work, and then when I came back at the end of the day to purchase, because I completely forgot to purchase, it was sold out. And it was about $6 off, so I was like, I'd love a sale. Like, I love to save money, even if it's $6. Like, $6 is $6. So I ended up buying, what did I buy? I bought I don't know how to say this, it's the L'Occitane. Octane. I'm totally butchering it, I know I am. I'm going to put it on the screen here. But I bought the cleansing and softening. It's like a shower gel and oil in one. I tried the oil before and I did like it. But I mean, it's not what I really wanted. So I ended up ordering it anyway just because it got me to that $75. I think I spent $75.50. Like, I didn't want to spend any more over. I just wanted my moisturizer and whatever else I needed on top of that. But like, I didn't want to just buy anything. I wanted something that I actually could use and wanted. So I was really devastated and heartbroken that I didn't get the lip gloss that I wanted. But whatever, fast forward to today, I went on Sephora and I saw that it was back in stock. Of course, everything always comes back in stock once it's not on sale anymore. Like, it sells out really fast. Like, they have like limited quantities anyway. So I went into Sephora today and I returned the shower oil body wash thing because I didn't really want it, and I ended up spending the extra $6 and I got the Kopari lip glossy that I wanted. I've always wanted to try this. I've been putting it off for like a year, so I decided that today was the day I was going to try it. So I got that, and I was going to exchange my MAC Dazzle Glass in Sugar Rimmed with another thing. I stopped by MAC and decided that I just wanted to keep this one. I like the color. It's a clear pink gloss with pink and bluish purple sparkle. So I mean, I liked it before, so I decided to keep it. So that is my mini haul. And I also wanted to throw in another little rant that the Sephora samples that you get now, like, they get you to pick your samples, but this is like the 6th time I place an order where I never get the samples I want. I got the Youth to the People Kale and Green Tea Spinach Vitamin Superfood Cleanser. I mean, cool, like, thanks for the cleanser. I mean, I have to wash my face, but that's not what I wanted. And I got the Juice Beauty Blemish Clearing Serum. I don't need a blemish clearing serum, but I have it anyway. What I did order was I ordered the Pat McGrath Foundation because I wanted to try that. I got it before, but I wanted to try it again just to make sure I didn't like it. And what else did I order? Another sample of something, but it wasn't any of these two things because these two things didn't interest me. Or maybe I did get the cleanser. I don't know. Either way, I didn't order this. I didn't want that sample, but I got it anyway. So it kind of just like is like, why bother picking if you're just gonna like pick and throw in whatever you want in people's orders anyways? It's kind of frustrating, kind of annoying. Maybe they did run out by the time I placed my order and the person who was filling the order got to it and they had to just substitute. Maybe, I don't know, I can't say. All I know is that this is happening more frequently where I'm picking samples and they're not sending me what I picked. I mean, there are bigger problems in the world right now to complain about and worry about than that, but I just wanted to get that off my chest, and now that it's gone, let's move on to what the rest of this video is going to be about. Okay, so we gotta grab a sip of water, because my throat is already starting to get dry. Okay, I'm first gonna start off with my Pat McGrath palettes, because of the 3, 4, 5, 6, or 7 Pat McGrath palettes I have, it's pretty side sweeping or full sweeping across the board that the reason I wanted those palettes, like the main selling point to me, was their special shades. Now I have 3, sorry buddy, now I have 3 palettes here that there are other shades that I did buy them for or that caught my eye. But in most of the palettes, the ones that stood out were their first special shades because they're so pretty. So here I have, the first palette here is the Divine Rose 2. Of course, this color was the most intriguing to me, this awesome duochrome color here that everyone flipped for. I also thought that basically this whole 4 quad here was going to be like, oh, and that shade. I was so excited to see that shade in person because it was a beautiful pink. I wasn't disappointed. I was, however, disappointed in this shade. I didn't like it initially. I haven't really used much of it since. But it is a gorgeous shadow. Like, I can't say it's not beautiful. I just didn't flip for it. But the other shades, I definitely did. Oh, and I was gonna say this palette has grown on me quite a bit since I did my first tutorial first impressions using it. I think in that video I mentioned I didn't really love it, but I used it quite a bit in the summertime. And the next Pat McGrath palette is this one here. I don't remember what this one's called, but other than the 2 special shades, again, this whole 4 quad here called my attention, especially this green. I am a sucker for a green, like, to the core. Maybe not so much anymore because I'm finding that they're all starting to look the same, maybe because I've collected some, but that green there was like the star of the show for me, along with obviously those special shades there. I'm actually wearing this on my eyelids today, and that shade there, I'm not really too sure what it's called. Sorry, am I bothering you by holding up makeup on top of your head? There you go. He might start growling now. Are you gonna poop on me? No, you're not. Come on. I almost have him potty trained. Is that cool? But yeah, so that green shade was like the star of the show, and along with like these cool, I'll swatch this one for you, and I'll swatch this one. I just don't want this video to be 20 minutes long, but it might be anyway. So there is the pink, and there is the other special shade. Like, they're just so pretty. And I'm doing hand swatches because right now they're just easier than pulling up my sleeve. But aren't those just like gorgeous? I thought so. And the last Pat McGrath palette that I will talk about is the, what is this one called? Bronze Seduction, I think. It's the one that has that beautiful rose gold, that awesome, like, this might be my, this palette and the Divine Rose 2, like, are tied. Like, they're my 2 favorite Pat McGrath palettes that I've bought to date. But this rose gold shade, are my fingers clean? Yeah, this rose gold shade, that red, that yellow, and that greeny gold, I guess you could say. Like, yummy. Like, yummy. I think makeup is yummy sometimes. Is that weird? It's a long, weird day. So there's that gold and green shift color. There's that gold color that's like a white gold with yellow gold in it. And then the rose gold color. Maybe I won't swatch on my hand. Maybe I'll do some swatches on the back of my hand because it's getting swatched up and sparkly. Alright, so there is, I mean, you're not going to be able to see the rose gold shade because I didn't swatch it very well. Rose gold, the gold, and then the green gold. Beautiful! I had some allergies earlier and I took a Reactin and it wasn't taking my symptoms away. My nose was like a faucet, just kept running and running and running. I just wiped makeup off my face, I think. So then I took a cold medicine because I needed just to stop blowing my nose for like, I was literally blowing my nose. I know this is probably too much information, but I was blowing my nose like literally every 30 seconds. Like, I had to like blow. My nose was red and raw by like an hour after I woke up. So I took some cold medicine and it kind of made me like slightly drowsy. And then I had a teensy little bit of wine. So if I'm in a weird mood or in a weird vibe during this video, that is probably why. Okay, the next one I will talk to you about. I took a shade out of this palette because it did shatter, so I keep it in a safe little spot here. But it's the Natasha Denona Aries, A-E-R-I-S, Aries palette. And it's one that came out, was it last Christmas, the Christmas before? I don't remember, but it was a holiday palette for one of the years. And in it was this beautiful blue color, but it has since, like, I have to hold it in here. But I bought this palette for that color and also for that red, because at the time when this came out, those reddy colors weren't widely available among makeup companies as they are today. So this palette I do love. I use the blue quite a bit still, and like whenever like this color blends so well. Anyways, we're not talking about every single color in the palette, we're talking about the standalone colors. But yeah, I bought this palette for that shade and the blue shade. They just like caught my eye. I was like, you will be mine. Okay, the next palette I will talk to you about is this Huda Beauty one, and it is the new nude palette. Now I know not everyone loves pressed glitters. I love them. I find it's the easiest way for me to use glitter. I use glitter glue anyway, so I don't know, I just like it. But these two pressed glitters in this palette here are like what sold me on it. Let me see if I can get some swatches here for you. So I mean, I don't find them messy at all. I mean, the whole palette's beautiful. Obviously I didn't just buy them for those two shades, like I do use all the other shades in this palette. But I bought them basically because I was on like a rose gold craze for a while. I didn't really have a lot of rose gold colors. I will swatch these on my hand. So one is more of a pinky rose gold, and this one's more of like a deeper pink rose gold. I don't want to say reddy because it's not too red. But I mean, that swatch is not the greatest, but you can kind of see what I'm talking about there. Like, I just thought those two colors are beautiful. And I did my friend's makeup one Christmas, New Year's, and she has blue eyes and blonde hair, and I used both of them on her, and they were just so gorgeous. Like, love them. Okay, so down to the last, about halfway through now, I will mention my other Huda Beauty palette that basically the one color that like drew me in. I mean, all the colors in this are beautiful. Like, again, back in the day when I got this palette, there wasn't a lot of red colors available, but this color here, Pink Diamond, was the shade that I was like, yes. And it is still, like, I don't use it a lot because I put makeup on every day and I just crave different colors, so I don't use it a ton because I don't really do a lot of rose gold looks, even though they're beautiful. I want to do more of them, but that is like, look at the shine on this. Like, I think this is actually better than, I did a comparison on some eyeshadow. Was it from Pat McGrath? I don't remember, but I did a comparison and this one was actually shinier. Was it this one? I don't remember. Anyways, like, this is just a beautiful, beautiful color. Like, I love this color so much. I wish I wore it more often. But that is the color in this palette that made me just be like, yes. Okay, the next palette here is the Natasha Denona Gold palette. Beautiful palette, but I mean, I'm probably not alone when I saw this lime chrome color and was like, again, like, nothing was on the market. I feel like back when this first came out, last Christmas, 2 Christmases ago, I don't remember the holiday palette. Was this last year? I don't remember. I might have to look it up and do some research. But I mean, obviously all of these golds like caught my eye, but this was the one where I was like, that is the one that I was most excited to try out. Like, it is beautiful. Look at that. Should I swatch it on my hand? Yeah, let's do that. Is my camera like picking up the like awesomeness of it? Maybe I'll get like another swatch of it. Like, isn't that beautiful? I hope the camera's picking up the green and gold shift to it, because it is just a beautiful shade. Next palette is kind of a cheat because there's like not just one eyeshadow that I was like drawn to, but there was 3 of them in particular. And this is the Natasha Denona Bronze palette that came out over the summer, I believe. I know a lot of people thought this was like a fall palette, but I think it works for both because like when I'm picturing like a hot summer night, like that color and High Degree, like all over the lid. Delicious. But it was Gloaming, Palladium, and Bliss. Those three shadows caught my attention with this palette. I mean, I know a lot of people say they don't have a lot of difference between them. For me, I can tell. I mean, I love different bronzy colors with like different twists. Like this one has like a bronzy, what do I even describe that as? Let me just swatch them here. Like Bliss is like a pink with greeny gold to it. Where am I going to put these swatches? I'm running out of room now. Let me see. So Bliss is a pink with like green to it. Greeny gold. Palladium is more of like a bronzy gold. I'm probably doing horrible at my descriptions here. And then Gloaming has just such a unique like orange but gold, and like I don't want to say maroon but kind of maroon. They're just so interesting and unique, and they look more special on the eyes, but I mean you can see the difference right there. I mean, I can see the difference. Like, they're not the same at all. Maybe, even the golds, like, they all have different undertones. Like, this one has, like, more of an orange undertone. This one is, like, more of a yellow gold with green undertone. Silk and True Bronze, the textures are very different, and the undertones are different when you look at them. Like, one's more orangey and one's more, like, bronzy yellow. Anyways, like, I can tell the difference, and I love this palette. It's so beautiful. It makes my heart warm when I look at it. But those three colors here, on the bottom row, were what I was most excited for with this palette. Okay, down to the Tata Beauty palette here, and I basically bought this palette because it had a whole row of pressed glitters. I'm a sucker for glitter, what can I say? But yeah, that row there was like, had to have it. I'm not even a neutral lover. Like, this palette is basically pure neutrals, other than this row here and this row here. Like, how many times I reached for this palette? I reached for this palette mostly for the glitters on top when I wanted to add something like special to my look. I don't regret this purchase whatsoever. I'm glad it's in my collection. But yeah, I'm not going to swatch them because it's going to make a huge mess, and I feel like you've already all seen what they look like. But I bought this palette basically for the top row. I mean, it was nice to have all the other colors in case, you know, I wanted. This row was a little disappointing to me because the glitters inside, or the shimmer inside of matte don't stay on my eyelids whatsoever. Like, there's a lot of people who don't like that formula. I mean, if it stayed on my lid, cool. If I can put a glitter glue down and it wouldn't affect the way the matte looked, awesome. But I can't do that, so not a fan. Okay, so I wasn't going to include these last two palettes, but I decided, what the heck, because I mean, there's a reason why I did buy them. Well, I wanted the whole thing, but like I was leaning towards, you know, a couple. And the first one was going to be the Natasha Denona Lime Chrome. The Natasha Denona Trio Chrome palette. And although I loved all the mattes in here, like that one called my attention, just the bottom row down here called my attention. Of course, the pastel green and the pastel pinky purple. But obviously that row did, but especially this green, like I said earlier, I'm a sucker for a beautiful green. I'm still trying to find the perfect green. I think this is the perfect green for me. Like, beautiful. And again, these lights aren't going to do it justice because you have to be under different lights. Like, when I'm looking at it from this way, it looks like a blue-green with, like, gold. But here, it just looks more like a yellowy green. I don't even know if I can... What if I did this mirror thing? Is this going to show? Can you see that? Sometimes I've seen people do that and it works. Like, that's... Hopefully it's showing. Such a pretty green. Okay, and down to the last palette is the ABH Norvina collection. It is the volume 2. Now, I first stumbled across these not right away. I didn't buy them when they first launched. I bought them after, like, this summer that just passed. I bought them. 2 of them. I was looking for a new, because in the summertime I love bright bold colors, like one single wash of like a cobalt blue or like, I don't know, a red or a hot pink all over the lid. I just think is beautiful and gorgeous for summertime. And I was using my Urban Decay Electric palette, and the Chaos color in there was getting old. Like, I've had that palette for a while. I mean, you guys know it's not a new palette, it's an old palette. So I wanted to get an updated blue, but I mean, I didn't know which one to get. First I started to get the Morphe Artistry Palette, Artist 24 Pass palette. I ended up returning it anyways, because I wasn't a fan of all of the colors there, and just it didn't perform what I wanted. So I did buy this palette for the assortment of blues that are in here. I know it's not just one color and it's kind of cheating again, but I bought this palette because it did have all the different blues in here that I could want. Like I think it was this one here. That's the cobalt blue that I was looking for. But I did love the fact that it had like a lighter one. It had more like a periwinkle blue. It had like a deeper navy, and then also had like a lighter blue. So I do love also, like, you know, a navy blue there. So I do love the fact that it had so many different shades of blue, but the fact that it came with all the other colors, like the greens and like that yellow chartreuse color, and then this bright yellow, and the pinks are cool, and the greens, like I just needed this palette, and that, oh. But those ones here, the blues, are the ones, especially that one, I was looking for that shade, and I came across this, and I was like, yes, this will be mine. Alright guys, that does it for this video for shade in the palette that drew you in, that you wanted to have, that tipped you over the edge, that got your attention. Hope you enjoyed this video. I thought it was very interesting and fun to make, and I don't think I mentioned it at the beginning, but I got this inspiration by Heather Austin. I was watching one of her videos. I'm new to her, watching her videos. I found her through another YouTuber, which I don't remember anymore who it was. But she did this in collaboration with a couple other YouTubers, but I saw this. This is gonna sound like I'm making it up, but I didn't. I had this idea to do a favorite shade in every palette, and then I saw this idea and I was like, you know what, this is kind of like a funner version of the video to make. So I decided to take the idea. I will leave her channel or her video linked down below so you can go and check it out to see what her favorite shades are. She did less palettes than me. I kind of just did, like, I went through all of my collection and just found all the ones that I've remembered making me want to buy the palette for. So yeah, that is the inspiration for today's video. Again, I thank you guys so much for watching, and you guys will see me in my next video. Bye!